welcome back to Crypto Moonshots. So today we're going to be talking about a little bit of technical analysis with pundix. We're going to look at all these things later, and we're also going to be talking about what the community's been saying and some updates with the Twitter. But before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated. I'm doing daily technical analysis on this stuff, so please feel free to subscribe. All right, let's jump straight into it. So as always, I always like to be transparent with you guys and look at my previous videos just to see what I said. And in my previous video that I released yesterday, I told you guys that I want to maintain this level of support with this trend line. And when we look at the other metrics and indicators, we assumed, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but we said that it's looking very bullish in terms of looking at those indicators, but I also want this to hold this trend line, right? So it unfortunately broke the trend line, right? But then a very, very exhausted, right? I mean, look at that body, right? That body of that candle, a very exhausted bearish candle was formed, right? So that wasn't enough to, I mean, if we look at, that's a strong body, that's a strong candle body, right? So that pushes the price down exponentially, another strong body right there, right? And then a strong body right there, which is why I pushed it so down. These small bodied candles are, I like to say they're exhausted. That means there isn't enough bears to push the price down all the way. So it did a little bit of a fake out with in regards to the trend line, and then it kind of reversed its role, and now we're kind of back to the beginning of where we started. I will be honest and say that I did say that if it breaks to the bottom of the trend line, we could be coming down to test it here, right? But I guess I should have been more specific and said that if it forms big, large candles, that's a better possibility. But regardless, again, I'm not a fortune teller. I didn't get it completely right. But so today we're going to be kind of looking at, what's going on from this point on. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately did a little bit of a fake out. It didn't hold that trend line completely. But we'll look at the other metrics in a second, and I'll tell you guys why I'm so bullish on this short term to midterm, okay, based on looking at the other indicators. So let's first take a look at, just pure technical analysis. So we have a level of resistance at this 4.95 level right now, okay, that was previously support right here, as you can see, right, and then it smashed through it, right, once, right, and then here, it kind of acted as support right there for those two candles, and then it broke down, unfortunately, and now it's acting as a little bit of resistance, okay? So I think we have a really good I really do think that this was a bottom. I do think that this was a bottom, okay? And this is just all my opinion. Obviously, no one knows what's going to happen, but I really do think that was a bottom, and I do think we're going to be seeing an upwards trend. That was a swing low. This is a higher swing low. I think this will be our bottom, hopefully, okay? And I do think that we're going to smash through that level and then maybe come test this again. Whether we have enough bulls to push through that, I'm not sure, right? If for that to happen, we need people to, kind of like FOMO in, and, the volumes need to be increased to push past this 6.97 level, okay? But I do think that this was the bottom, and I do think that we're going to break the upside of this trend line right here, okay? So this bearish candle just looks very exhausted and weak to me, and I think we're starting to make a little bit of a reversal, okay? So hopefully that ends up happening. And let's take a look at the other indicators just to see what they're telling us. So the reason I was bullish yesterday on my video was I was incorporating these things, right? And then I told you guys when we're up here, we're overbought. When we're under here, we're oversold. So I was just saying that I think we're kind of oversold here, right? And then that's why I thought it's going to go up. But it did a little bit of a fake out. But regardless, I do think it's going to go up. And that's what the RSI is telling me. As you can see, these two lines cross right here. And that's a very bullish sign. And the RSI is starting to look like it's about to come up again. So if that comes up, we'll come up this way, and then again, I think we'll be able to test this line. Whether we push past that, that's up for debate. We need a large volume. We need this coin to go on people's radar. So that's kind of why I'm putting this video out. I want to put this on you guys' radar, just in case there's money to be made. If we do end up coming up to that level, that's a 60% gain right there. So I think it's a real possibility that we will. And then if we look at the MACD as well, right? We in the previous video we were explaining how if these lines crossing is a significant bullish sign, okay, or bearish depending on how you look at it. So if, as you see right here, it crossed, right? These two lines crossed, and that caused us to come up around, let's check. So this is where, let me try to get this accurate. So this is around the area we crossed, and we went up around 143%. Okay, so and then we crossed over here. We crossed over here around right there, and then we came down. We came down around. Let me try to get this accurate. Came down around 36%. Okay, so these lines crossing on the MACD is a strong indicator. Okay, that something is going to happen. Whether that's bearish at the peak or bullish at the bottom. Now take a look here, and as you can see, these lines are beginning to cross again. Right there, you can see that how they're starting to cross again. So I think that's a very bullish sign. And if you look right here, right, you can see the beginning of this green wave forming. Okay, so personally, I'm going to be picking up some more right now because I think that I can make easy 40-50%. Right, I'm just going based off the indicators. These have been wrong before, over and over again, but they have also been right at the same time. So whether you trust these indicators is up to you. Technically, I like using these, but yeah, that's up to you. So that's what this is telling me. Thankfully, these two lines are crossing again, just like they did over here, right? So they're crossing again, so I think that's a very bullish sign. The RSI they crossed, and the RSI is looking like it's going to come up. So I really truly do think that based off these indicators, okay, that the price is going to be increasing, okay, and I think we can and we will test that level, okay. Now anything could happen. I could be totally wrong. Hopefully I'm not, but again, anything can happen. So that's a little bit of the technical analysis I wanted to go over today. So again, I think based off these indicators, it's telling us that it's a good time to buy right now, because it's going to go up. But again, anything can happen in cryptocurrency, okay? So I kind of want to go over a little bit of what the community has been saying, right? So someone said, and they got like 130 upvotes. So someone said, some things are hard to predict, right? Panic is your worst enemy. When pundix reaches $8, I'm out, guys, blah, 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 right? Stop monitoring the price every hour and worrying. Just relax. Crypto market capitalization is growing steadily and new investors are coming in. Have a nice day. So, there's conflicting things going on both sides of the coin. People are saying people apparently lost a lot of money when the new exchange happened, and when this new coin started and stuff. But I think that, and if we can take a look at this too. Obviously, this is complete speculation. Just because Aave did this does not mean that pundix is next. But it's good to look at history of other coins and see what happened. So if you look at Aave when it first started, right, it was complete decreasing, right, kind of like right here where it just decreased, right, and then right when it reached the bottom, right, it's skyrocketed. So I think that if we're patient with this coin, I really do see the upside potential of this, right. So, yeah, that's what these indicators are telling me, and then that's what these are saying. In terms of you liking the actual project, I suggest just going to the website and reading a little bit about it. If you like the project, invest in it. If you don't, don't. But I just want to show you guys something cool that I found on their Twitter. People are using this as a way to pay. Like, look, they're using pundix. That's pretty cool. I think it's already kind of, it's not mainstream yet, but I do think that there's a possibility of it being mainstream because, as you can see here, there's evidence that people are using it to pay for goods and stuff and services and stuff like that. So I think there's real world use cases with this. And don't forget, like, I know there's a lot of things going on with it. Again, I'm coming at this with an objective point of view, but it's top 100 coins, so the market cap is $1 billion. I think it's a big project. I think, again, we're kind of new to it, so there's a lot of, panic going on with it. But I think that if you're patient with this coin, I really do think that you'll reap the benefits in the end. So that's just what I think. And again, just remember that it's a top 100 coin, so it can't really, it's $1 billion market cap, so it's not like a, I think it's legitimate to some extent. So yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to talk about. I think these indicators are telling us that we're due for a run towards the upside, and that's just what these indicators are saying. Anything can happen in crypto. But if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and join the Telegram. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next one.